Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Heather and today we are going to be unboxing a mystery box from Mood Fabrics. It is a 10-pound fabric mystery box. So let's get into this. So I have done a couple of these on the channel before, and this is probably going to be my last one for a while because I am in through the insane amount of fabric that I have mode. I am trying to start working through things, getting rid of things. So this is probably going to be the last one I'm doing on the channel for a while, but I do have other videos, so if you enjoy this, feel free to, flip through the other mystery boxes and see what came in those. At the time of filming this, the box was $52.49. So if you haven't seen their mystery boxes before, just a little bit of information. It is generally either dead stock fabric or fabric they're getting rid of, so there can be damage or markings or things on the fabric. Generally, the cuts are a max of 3 yards and there's not any information on the material. So it's a good idea to have a good sense of your material or a good book reference or something like that if you might be unfamiliar with things. I'm certainly not always 100% sure, but I'm pretty good with it, but I'm not 100% by any means. But I always love a good mystery, so I thought, you know what, we'll do one more and then I'm going to really hold off for a while as I start sewing through fabrics. So get into this box. Okay, so here is this box. It feels heavier than normal to me. I guess I'm getting weak because it feels extra heavy this time, but I'm excited to see what's in here and what I'm going to be able to utilize. All right, so opening up the top of the box, I have this little card inside, which is nice and bright and colorful, and they give you a 10% discount for a period of time when you order from them. So I do have a discount code on this card that I could use. If I need anything else, I won't be ordering a mystery box right now, but I might be ordering some things for some fashion design projects. And just peeking in at the top, I'm seeing what looks like a variety of things. So I'm already pretty excited. Okay, so the first fabric I am pulling out, I don't know what the blend on this is. It's got stretch. It's definitely got some good stretch to it. So maybe some element of elastane or jersey in this. It's kind of in an off-white, like an ivory color. And it feels really nice. It's got a nice luxe feel to this material. Yeah, this is definitely a stretch, like a jersey or elastane blend, but it's got a little bit of almost I don't know how to explain it. It's almost got like a linen feel. I know it's not linen, but I'm just saying there's something to the texture that reminds me a little bit of that. It seems to be about maybe 2.5 yards, so I love when they send me a nice big cut. I do like this color and I love the texture of this. So I'm not really sure what I'll use this for, but it is a very nice feeling fabric. It's definitely too thin and sheer for any kind of pant unless it was lined or something, so I don't think it's going to be anything like that. I'll have a think on this, but I do really like this material. The next thing I'm seeing is interesting. I think it is like a power mesh because it's got some stretch. It's definitely got that power mesh look to it. And honestly, I'm not mad at this because I've been wanting to try my hand at swimwear and athletic wear, which sometimes this would come in great handy. And I do have some fabrics I could potentially use in pairing with this. Again, it's a pretty good cut. I would say maybe 2 yards here. So that's enough for a project like that. I'm pretty sure this is a power mesh. So that's pretty cool too because I had been looking at purchasing some of that. So maybe now I don't have to. I can just choose my project based on the fact that this is this nice royal blue. Okay, this next fabric is another stretch. This feels kind of like it'd almost be a polyelastane sort of a blend to me. I love the print. Look at this print on here. But you see how it's kind of different running through it. It's got edging and different things. You can see here, this print, it's like printed the entire length down the fabric. So it changes. It's really pretty. I just am, again, trying to think. I don't do a ton of knits. I'm going to try to do more with it, but generally I'm more of a woven girly. So again, I'm going to have a think on what I would use this for. It's definitely a very interesting print. Looks like about, gosh, maybe 3 yards on this one, which is nice because of having this specific print the way it's laid out. I feel like you almost have to have a bigger cut in order to make anything with this. Man, let me know what your ideas and thoughts are for this down in the comments because I'm really not sure, but I think it's a really beautiful color and a really nice print. I think this is a great color on a lot of people, this particular shade of blue. I'm definitely gonna have to find something to do with this. Okay, the next material might be like a cotton twill, maybe. It is this really fine red and sort of ivory pinstripe situation. It looks to me like maybe it's exactly a yard. I think it's only about a yard, but a wider cut looks like a 60 inch to me, maybe maybe even bigger. But again, it's like I'm liking these fabrics so far, but nothing's like popping into my head out of this particular box so far as to what exactly I want to use it for. There's a little bit of stretch in this, a little bit of two-way stretch. I don't think, yeah, just two-way stretch, but you know, just a little bit. Yeah, it's giving me kind of like a cotton twill vibe. All right, next up in the box, what do we have here? A lot of stretch in this box. Wow. This is like another, again, it's got to be a polyelastane type of a blend in solid black. It's quite thick. It's a thicker stretch for sure. I think there's maybe just somewhere over 2 yards of this. Again, I'm not sure. I'm not a big stretch sewer, at least yet. I just generally gravitate more towards wovens. So this box is definitely going to push me because I'm going to have to really think about what I would make with this. This also has a little bit of a sheen to it. This kind of reminds me of like performance wear fabric a little bit, like something I would find in a performance wear section of some sort, or like a costuming section. Just the quality of this is giving me cosplay. That's kind of what I'm getting from this material. So I'm not saying it can't be used for other things, but that's kind of where it leads my brain. So that's definitely not my wheelhouse. So again, I'll just have to kind of have a think on how to use this. All right, the next fabric looks to be about 1 yard, and it is a very thin, like sweatery type of material. Oh, actually, I think I had that folded wrong. Hold on, let's see. I think it's more like 2 yards. Yeah, I think we've got more, maybe even a little bit more than 2 yards here. Don't really know what to compare this to either. The outside almost feels cashmere-y a little bit, but I don't think it's cashmere. It's like that really, really baby soft feeling. It's got a little bit of a fuzzy texture. You can see it is a textured material here. It is so thin, like you can see my hand through it, even on the camera here. So again, this is an interesting box so far because I don't know what to do with any of these, if I'm being perfectly honest. This is so thin, I'm not sure how to use it, if I'm being honest with you, what I would use this on. I almost feel like it would have to be lined in some way because I don't think this side doesn't have like a great skin feel, you know? So that is that fabric. I think there might still be 1 or 2 more in the box, so let's grab those. Okay, so it's 1 more fabric. It's really thick. I gotta see about yardage here. I think I have about 3 yards of this. The front is this kind of shiny, it almost reminds me of satin, but it is so thick. The back feels like a tablecloth. Actually, the whole thing kind of feels like a tablecloth, if I'm being honest. So I don't know what the blend is on this. That's what it reminds me of. And I have a feeling it's probably not something that I would see myself using for clothes. This again feels almost a little bit more, gosh, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of upholstery material, the feel on the back, but it's got that tableclothy. I don't know. This is one of the more mysterious mystery boxes I've gotten. So this is the last fabric. Okay, so final thoughts on this box. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. It's not my favorite mystery box I've ever gotten. I loved the last box that I opened. There are things I like. I like the first fabric a lot, the kind of ivory with the little bit of stretch. That one I really like. And I'm trying to grab more solids, so I don't mind that there are some solids. I don't mind having the power mesh because I do think I will use that. And I do think the blue one is pretty. The red stripes is nice, but I'm not like feeling the instinct as to what to do. And there's quite a few that I'm just kind of like meh about, I guess, in this particular box. But you know what? It's a mystery box. I am very realistic about that. So is it my favorite one ever? No. Would I order another one? I'm not going to right now because, like I said, I'm trying to sew down my own stash. But on the whole, I've had a really good experience with the mystery boxes. So on the whole, yes, I would still order one again. This just isn't my favorite one. But hey, this is a creative community. So if anybody saw anything that sparked any ideas, leave it in the comments. I would love to know. Let me know what your favorite fabric is from this. I do really like this print. I just am not sure what to do with it. Maybe there's a dress. Maybe there's some kind of a dress out of this. I'm not sure. Having the very directional, specific print is going to make it more of a challenge for sure, but I do think I'll use this. I do like this. So again, let me know what you think down in the comments. If you're new to the channel, I do a lot of fashion and sewing content, and I'm moving more and more into sort of sharing the journey of learning fashion design. That is a big thing that I'm doing right now. I am spending a lot of time on that, and you'll see more and more of that start to pop up. They're a little bit longer to film and stuff, but I'm really excited to share the journey of learning fashion design with you all. If you would like some great resources on how I'm doing that without a degree, I just did a video on that. I'll leave it linked overhead and down below for you as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, leave me a comment. I love chatting with you in the comments, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps the channel, and I appreciate it so much. Have a great rest of the week, and I will see you soon. Bye.